Whipped if I, F28, told my husband, M28, his sleep boundaries went out the window when he had our son? Husband, we will call Brad, and I have been together 2.5 years. Had our son in January. Things have been pretty great, but this had me feeling kind of annoyed. Brad is diagnosed with autism and ADHD, which can make communication between us challenging at times, but we do our best. We live in Europe, not US. Since Brad has ADHD, he only works at 50%, the other half is covered by health insurance here on a temporary basis, and every few months he has to keep applying for more. It is stressful, as we wait for him to hopefully get on a permanent coverage. Since this is so up in the air, instead of me taking a full year of mat leave, he took a majority of the days in case his temp health insurance is denied for some reason. Then he can keep his work schedule at 50% and still get paid on the days he has off. Which means I went back to work part-time. IWFH as a private teacher. I choose my hours, since my students usually live in different countries. I chose some in the afternoon when Brad is home with our son, and at nights, when my students would be awake and Brad is also home. I only have one student in the evening, 23 to 23:30 twice a week. This is to help with some income, and we discussed this before I went back to work. He had asked no students past midnight. So if baby is having issues sleeping, he can take care of him and hopefully get him to sleep. Well, Brad got back on a schedule where he wants to go to bed at 11 p.m. every night. We try to, but with a baby, sometimes, it just does not happen. Baby sometimes will stay asleep when I put him to bed, I nurse him to sleep, and sometimes he wakes up screaming. Well, last night I told Brad I had my student at 11 p.m., and I would try to have baby sleeping by then. He asked me, "What is your plan if baby wakes up?" My bedtime is 11 p.m., so hopefully you have thought of something. I said, well, hopefully he stays asleep. If not, you will just have to take care of him, or put him on his playmat and entertain him. He resolutely said, bedtime is 11 p.m., and I will go to bed. Come 11 p.m., baby is in bed, and Brad is just getting out of the shower. I guess he woke up moments after I started with my student, as when I came out of the office, he was walking around with baby. I took him, nursed him back to sleep and went to bed also shortly after 23:30. This morning, he was a bit annoyed with me. When I tried to hug him goodbye as he was leaving to work, he did not hug me back. We always do this before he leaves, so I said, "Are you upset with me still?" He replied, "Yes, you crossed my boundary. My bedtime is 11 p.m. We discussed this. I go to bed, and anything past that is your problem to solve if baby wakes up." He left for work, and I was just thinking, what? I feel I need to have some discussion with Brad about this, but whipped if I told him he has no more boundaries with his sleep and he is being ridiculous.